right, so we are just getting done our rabbit hunt. We ended up kicking up 4 rabbits, killing 3. It's my first time rabbit hunting with beagles, so regardless, had a good time. So we're resetting some of our traps down here on this farm. I'm only running fox traps right now down here on cell cams, just because I don't want to walk in the woods and take a lot of time after work. So we have a step down set right here. You can see the 2 bait holes, 2 different bait, rock backing. Just a step down set, should work real well. Just need a fox to come by it. What happened is a lot of the carcasses from hunting season get dropped on the other side of the property, so all the foxes are hanging there. But there's a lot of dogs down there and I don't want to risk catching someone's pet if I don't have to. So next set, we have a very big hay set. So this is a lot more aggressive than I ever like to go with them. There's a few reasons I'm doing this. Well, there's one reason I'm doing this. I want to keep the deer away from it. So if you look at the way this is set, the fox comes in, the pan's right there, scent's right there. There's an overhanging stick right here. The reason I have that overhanging stick kind of over top of that set is to deter deer from stepping on my trap. There's such a high deer density here during late season that they've just been killing me. I've had 6 traps set off by deer just in 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, a week and a half, and I'm getting tired of it. You can't catch a fox if your trap's already closed, or a coyote or raccoon, or really anything at that matter. So we're gonna try that. I've never set it with that much stuff around it. I tried to create a brush pile. I used some rabbit pee inside the straw just to make them think there's a rabbit in there when they're hunting tonight. But I have no idea. We will see what happens. So we're gonna get back down the line. I have a few more traps I'm gonna change around because the deer are just wearing me out. So it is what it is. I guess it's a good problem to have. All right, so we have 2 more set off. We have this one. And this one. So yeah, a little frustrating. It's another reason I like to have a Moultrie cell camera over top of it. Otherwise I come here, I could think, wow, I just missed I missed a big fox or I missed a coyote. That's not the case because I have video proof. So I'm gonna move these traps. I'm honestly getting a little frustrated, tired of having to reset them. We're gonna move that. I have a scrape tree right up on the top. What I'm gonna do is use it to get it close, set it below it so that they won't walk it. And we'll put the cell cam right back on our late season food plot. I'm gonna have a lot of overhang on this one just to try to keep them out of it. I'm probably only gonna reset one up here. I just don't see much of a use to have them all. So 2 more deer, woo! All right, so let's kind of go over what kind of setup we're gonna make. The cell cam's gonna be right there. I'm probably gonna put a dirt hole about halfway. I like running 2 traps at once when I can. So I'm probably gonna have a dirt hole right there. And what I was looking at, I have this scrape post for deer hunting that the deer tend to use. The deer tend to go to that side. You can see where it's washed out. What I'll take is I'll take my trowel, kind of dig out a hole right here and do a step down right into that. I could put some call lure up on this branch to really get that scent moving, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a step down here and probably just a regular dirt hole right there. May change my mind on the dirt hole. I may decide against it, but definitely gonna do a step down right here. So I will show you the finished product. All right, we got our step down set right here next to the scrape tree. We're gonna bait it, put some sheep wool, but you got your trap pan right there. A little bit of guiding, put a turnip in there, just kind of guide their foot to that middle. They should step right there and come over here. We have a nice loud dirt hole set. Little cluster of ryegrass behind it, put some turnips on the side to guide. But it should be a killer set. If that one doesn't get set off by a deer, I'll be surprised. I'm taking kind of a risk. I'm hoping the fox find it first, but we shall see. So boom, boom. Gonna get them baited and get them down the line. All right, we got another 2 deer set off traps. One in a hay set, one in a dirt hole. Again, guys, this is why it's super important to have cell cams on your stuff, in my opinion. I've been running these Moultrie Edges for the last 2 years. Absolutely love them. But because of these, I was able to know exactly what to set these traps off. If not, I'd be banging my head against the wall thinking that foxes were just somehow setting them off and getting away. But it doesn't solve the problem of the deer, but it does give us some kind of indication of what exactly is going on. So we'll reset this and get on down the line. All right, so we got these 2 reset after the deer decided to destroy them. Got the hay set. I bumped it up a little bit in the back. I put this branch that comes over the pan a little bit. So let me just... comes over the pan a little bit. I don't see a deer going in there as likely. They still probably will. These deer are pretty relentless this year. But so you have the remade hay set, bait hole right there, pans right there. Then we already did this dirt set. I'm not gonna cause anything different. It took the deer a little bit to get this, but bait holes underneath that tump of grass, pans right there. Put a little bit of fire in the hole call scent just upwind of it, not directly on it, but you can see where another fox had been digging out in here just off to the side. So they're a little closer than I usually like to put them, but the way the camera had to be situated, it worked out the best. So we will go ahead and get down the line and go to the next. All right, and the only 2 on this farm that weren't set off by deer, we went ahead and touched them up. I added a little bone right next to that one, a little more appeal. The wind switched and it's now blowing from that field into those woods, which should be good for that set. So we have that. Again, these haven't been touched since I set them out here. I know there's foxes because every time I come, they're sitting right up on the hill from it. So they're here. And then I put a skull just for eye appeal. I don't think it'll make a difference, but I did put bait inside the skull to help it get off that ground and blow a little better, hopefully cover that scent a lot more. So I don't know, I just wanted to try something different with that set. So we shall see. Again, they come right up this drainage, so I think it'll be good. All right, well, we all have them all reset here. All the trail cameras are on. We're gonna go to the next farm and run the line. All right, so we're pulling traps on the property we've been trapping for probably the last week. Actually a little under a week, but I noticed from the numbers, it looked like we put a decent dent in them. Wasn't too worried about continuing here. My goal for here was 10 raccoons. Any foxes would be a bonus. We ended up with 12 raccoons, and from the trail cameras the last couple nights, there hasn't been anything to note. So I did get here, and I do see where we unfortunately lost one. So this brings up a good tip. When you're using these dog proofs, or any trap really, but I've seen a lot in these dog proofs, make sure you're not near anything that they can get leverage off of. A lot of times they'll get all tore up in here, they'll yank up, they'll get on logs, get leverage, they can pull your rebar, or in this case, looks like he was able to pull his paw. So lost a raccoon for the amount of damage he did in here. I'm assuming it was a pretty big raccoon. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but lesson learned. You got to keep them away from that brush or they will use it to their advantage. It probably wasn't in there very good from the start. Actually looks like he pulled up the rebar a good bit. Actually, yeah, he pulled up the rebar a lot. So it's probably good he got out, or he would have probably taken the trap to the next county, never be seen again. Rookie mistake on my part, but gives you guys something you can learn and keep from making my mistakes. Sorry, I thought I saw a shed. All right, we're gonna keep it moving down the line, and we reset some traps this morning. Gonna reset some this afternoon. Deer running in the background. All right, see you at the next one. All right, well, I was just a little somber about losing whatever that was in the dog proof. I'm assuming big coon. I come up on the hill where I caught the red yesterday, and we got tight chains. Let's go. That remake is proven to be deadly. I was gonna move this trap, but I might put a cell cam. Oh, another beautiful one. So let me show you what we got. This was, if everyone remembers, this was a, where you at? This was a hay set we made along the marsh, and it paid off. Beautiful raccoon. God, he's pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and get him taken care of, and I'm gonna remake the set. If it's working, why change it? So it won't kill me to have a few sets down here. That's right by where we have to feed the horse, so makes it really easy. But beautiful, beautiful red. All right, see you on the next. All right, the hay set is completely remade, rebaited. Put a little bit of cottontail from this morning's hunt down the hole. I got the Moultrie edge overlooking it, so I can hopefully get the next catch on video for y'all. So it started as a hay set, now it's a hay pine needle set. I don't have any more hay with me. I plan on pulling all the traps from here today. So it is what it is. It should still work. I'm not too worried. The amount of fox piss in the air is insane. So I wouldn't doubt that we have another fox or coyote come check this out. So we shall see, and that camera should tell us all we need to know. So gonna get down the line. All right, so nothing at this one. I just want to show you guys how I tend to take my sets down on pack out days. So the pan's obviously right in here, doesn't hurt your foot, just enough to expose this. Set the camera, excuse me. All right, so we have it. You can see the trap is set off, so there's no chance of getting my hand. Expose the cable. What I do is take my pulling bar. All it is a piece of bar with a hook on it, welded on. No BS makes a really nice one. I forget which one this is, but anyway, all you're gonna do is hook it on to that little link and just use the power leverage to pull it straight up. I don't care what type of anchors you have, that'll pull it straight up. When you're done, all it does is unhooks from that. So that's all you gotta do. Set's undone, mix it around. They'll probably end up digging that out eventually when they find it, but that set's done. I can take that trap to the next one. So on to the next. All right, we're gonna set 2 more traps for today. We're gonna use kind of the fence to help guide these. So the first set we're gonna do is, if you look right there, we're gonna put that hole, bait hole, right in the middle and that trap on the outside. They're not gonna have any choice but to go right directly where I want them for the trap. And then we're probably gonna do the same thing with that fence post. What it is these foxes run this outside trail, and they also run these fence lines. So no matter which way the wind is blowing, we should have a pretty good opportunity to get a catch right here. So we're running out of days to trap my non-nuisance properties. So I want to take full advantage of it while we can. So I'm gonna shut up and get these traps in the ground, and then I'll show you. Thanks. So what I'm gonna show you guys on this one is kind of what my new favorite way to set these trap pans are, or to set these traps in place, their beds. So I have this tool here. It's a cookie cutter better, or whatever you want to call it. So this is the way I do it. I don't know if it's the best way, but it's proven itself to me. So I'll take my finger. I want that center of that pan a little offset right about there. And then all you simply got to do is bang it right into the ground. one's a little hard right here. Pulls right up. You got a nice clean bed. I'll use what's in the pan as my fill dirt. I'll put that through my sifter. Go from there. And I'll put a nice little hole right in the middle to set my trap. I like having a little hole so my chain doesn't get in the way. So next I'll get that all sifted out and have her good to go. Quick, easy, and painless. All right, the set's been completely blended in. We're not trying to really hide a dirt hole set. You want them to make them think something's digging in there. So we have our lethal injections by No BS Lures in the hole. We have fox urine on both sides. Kind of double as a scent post set. And we're gonna use our secret ingredient, rabbit tail. Rabbit tail down the hole. So we're gonna come over here. Got our second rabbit tail. That seems to be the trick lately. The last few catches have been rabbit accessories. And we're just gonna put it right down the hole. So good to go.